I didn't get a social transportation from school, na headache, hospital, no work, I'm tired for life, my brother, wetin you dey think, oh, my sister, help don't come, SDP, MKO, KDB, action, MKO, KDB, SDP, progress. Abiola na the logo, SDP na the party to solve our problem and better our life, oh, MKO, 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 action. Abiola, 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 progress. Now he be the hope for better tomorrow.
Ìbà fọlọ́run ọba aláwùrábí ọba bẹbẹbẹ bí bẹbẹ ọba wàwàwà bí ẹwà òkìkí ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé a ti padà sójú òpó ètò níbi tájọ máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ jómi toro ọ̀rọ̀ tá a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn èèyàn pàtàkì ní àwùjọ wa, àwọn tí elédùà ti lò ní àwọn ìgbà tó kọjá àti àwọn iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ti ṣe pàápàá nípa ayẹyẹ ti June 12 èyí tí a ń ṣe káàkiri ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lójú òpó ètò, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mòye ẹ wọlé sójú òpó ètò yìí, ẹjẹ́ àjọ máa pòpọ̀, ẹjẹ́ àjọ máa dàpọ̀, ẹjẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ kó máa kún òun bí ìdodo ẹ̀fọn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kan ń bẹ lójú òpó ètò yìí tí àjọ máa pẹ̀kẹ́lù, ẹjẹ́ àtàbálà orin yìí wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n pé ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ òní náà ń ṣe lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà June 12, ẹjẹ́ àgbọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ màmá ẹ̀.
MKO Abiola, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò gbogbo Yorùbá, kò bá fọwọ́ ọlá ẹ̀kọ́ mi lára ìdólówó. Jẹ́ ìṣoríire, bàbá jẹ́ ìṣoríire, jẹ́ ìṣoríire. Èdùmàrè jẹ́ ìṣoríire, MKO Abiola, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò gbogbo Yorùbá, kò bá fọwọ́ ọlá ẹ̀kọ́ mi lára ìdólówó. Owó ọlá rẹ̀ kàn mí lára o. Ìdólówó. Kò bá fọwọ́ ọlá rẹ̀ kàn mí lára ìdólówó. Kò bá fọwọ́ ọlá rẹ̀ kàn mí lára o. Ìdólówó. Jẹ́ ìṣoríire, bàbá jẹ́ ìṣoríire, jẹ́ ìṣoríire, Èdùmàrè jẹ́ ìṣoríire. MKO Abiola, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò gbogbo Yorùbá, kò bá fọwọ́ ọlá ẹ̀kọ́ mi lára ìdólówó. MKO Abiola, àpáta ńlá ni ẹnìkan ò lè rí bí ẹ o. MKO Abiola, àpáta ńlá ni ẹnìkan ò lè rí bí ẹ o. Igi ẹni òkun kò gbọdọ̀ bí inú afẹ́fẹ́.
Màmá nìyẹn. Ẹ ti wọlé sójú òpó ètò. Ẹ ti dé orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa láì gba físà.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá ètò lẹ́wà lórí ẹ̀ yìí. Ojú òpó làwọn gbáyé wò wá káàkiri ogun ẹ̀rí àgbáláyé. Thanks to everyone listening to us. We are having our mother live now in South Africa. Honorable Princess Folahade Olabanji Oba is live with us on the African Portal Radio as we'll be having conversation around things that have to do with June 12. She's a politician and she's also the leader in the community in Nigeria. She's the chairperson of the local government in Nigeria. She will introduce herself better than I can do, and she will tell us what she's doing and where she is. Please let me welcome one of our very own Honorable Princess Folahade Olabanji onto the African Portal Radio as we discuss issues that have to do with life. Welcome, ma. How are you today? How are you, ma?
Hello. I'm fine. How are you,
Yes,
sir?
Good to have you. So happy, excited to have you live on the studio. Please introduce yourself to people listening to us at home so that they will be able to know who I'm speaking to.
Okay, my name is Honorable Princess Folahade Olabanji Oba. I'm the National Deputy Chairman, Association of Local Government Vice Chairman of Nigeria, and the Vice Chairman of Ikorodu Local Government in Lagos State.
Wow. Good to have you on board. It is my great pleasure to have you in South Africa to discuss issues that have to do with June 12th, that have to do with Nigeria, that have to do with Africa as a whole. And we have to discuss about the way forward from here. Ma, let me please say this. It is a beautiful day here in Pretoria, South Africa, where we are. And I'm sure that it's a beautiful day as well in Lagos where you are. What is June 12th means to you, man?
Wow. It's a beautiful day here too in Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow.
We've got showers of blessings. It's raining slightly. But it's a day of sober reflections. Celebration. I'm trying to be cautious on that word because I tend to feel that we still have so much work to do. We're glad we're here. A little bit emotional because the celebration would have been much more if truly Chief MKO was declared the winner of that election. Because so far, that day, of all the elections we've had, really was one of the fairest, most credible elections we've had in Nigeria. But like we say, we can't go forward looking in the rearview mirror. But I still would want to give credit to whom it is due, especially when some people paid the ultimate price for that day. I mean, a lot of people, apart from Chief MKO, also lost their lives in the struggle. So for me, though, it's a day I want to charge at all of us to take active and collective responsibility for the day, for what we owe Nigeria, and that is being the best of us, the best citizens, best ambassadors, anywhere we find ourselves. See one another as brothers and sisters, and know the task of building this great country for it to emerge as one of the best in the world is on us all. So that to me is a task that must be done. And that really is way forward.
Thank you very much for that introduction. I like what you say. We cannot really say we are celebrating because of what actually what happened 12 about let's say close to 30 years ago. Man, let's quickly look at this issue of the celebration of June 12th.
21 years.
Is there any lesson that the Yoruba race ever learned from this?
I'm not hearing you very well, though.
Okay. What I'm saying is that is there any lesson in this June 12 things that the Yoruba race needs to learn?
Well, the real one for me, it's all about love. And when we talk about love, it's going all the way. Not 10% love, 40% love. Is giving each other, 100 plus percent. Standing tall with our words, holding up and holding forth for one another. And the whole drama that happened would not have happened if some of us truly kept their goalposts. Okay? But it's not about that anymore. It's about what do we do from now. We're here. Unfortunately, this is also a June 12th, like no other June 12th, because we've got the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of people are also hurting. So many lives lost. And it's also another war against not just Nigeria, all over the world. And so the attitude that we get to starts with our attitude that we need to take charge, take collective responsibility and accountability for one another. Okay, nobody is an island. We cannot just put self-interest above national interest. We must be here for us all. We must truly represent the change that we want to see. Starts with each and every one of us. Okay, it's very easy for us to say that the grass is greener on the other side, but somebody somewhere is there out, watering that grass. Can Nigeria really count on us? Is the question I want all of us to go to bed today, to ponder on, because most times we tend to push the blame. It's always A, B, C that is responsible for the problem. But let's start from in our own hearts. Ask ourselves that same question. How good of a Nigerian are you? Are you giving your best at whatever level that you are? Can Nigeria truly count on you? Can Nigeria truly be proud of you? And that value system is what we really need to work on. We really need to go back on. So many things we need to quickly bridge that gap. I'm very emotional on a day like this, honestly.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine. It's a great time and it's a beautiful time to see your beautiful face on this radio station. Thank you very much for coming out to speak to us. There's a lot of things that we are going to be discussing regarding Africa, regarding the continent, regarding the world generally. Let us a bit shine away from the June 12th celebration. Let's quickly look at the issue of COVID-19 that is raising its ugly head all over the world. What is your take regarding COVID-19? Is it real or is it a joke?
Whoa, COVID-19 is real, joke. Oh my God. Sometimes I wish it was, though. I wish I can just wish it away. But it's not possible. It is here. It is real. And so for all of us, we must take charge. We must really look out. Obey the rules. When I talk about the rules, you've got the health line workers, telling us, your face mask, your hygiene, and I'm talking washing your hands, your sanitizers, keeping social distancing, and avoiding large crowds. Now, if it's not really important, stay away from, going to where it's crowded and all that. But all in all, being conscious and making sure that you're not endangering anybody else. When we wear our face mask, I've got like 2 or 3 now. Yeah, I use the face shield. Okay. When we wear it, it's a statement to say that, yes, I am concerned about the people around me. I love my family, I love my community, I love my state, I love my country, and I'm protecting them as well, because the measures are there to limit the way the numbers keep going up. And if you really follow what's going on in Nigeria now, the numbers are going up each day. We haven't flattened the curve or bent the curve at all in Nigeria. And that tells you that there's a lot more work that we need to do. We need to take it seriously. COVID-19 affects us all. Very important.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. I like what you said there. The reason why I throw that question to you is that a lot of Nigerian citizens believe that this is just a money-making scheme. It's not real. That is what some people are thinking. But I don't want us to dwell so much on that as to talk about. Man, let's quickly look at the issue of local government. As the chairperson of the local government and the deputy to the local government chairman in Ikorodu, what is the condition of the local government in Nigeria? Is it really working?
What do you mean? Of course it's working. We're the ones that are closest to the community. You've got the 3 tiers of government: the federal, the state, and the local government. So obviously, you cannot underestimate the job of the local government. It is very, very important. You know, governance is about protecting lives and properties. A good government listens. And really, we're closest. You know, we're in the community. The mouthpiece, the earpiece, the go-to places in almost every community. And as a national deputy chairman, we've got over 774. We've got 774, and then LCDAs and all that now in the country. Now, every community counts. Every community matters. And that wherever one is situated, and but you know, so many of the projects, you know, a lot of work. It's really on us. Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for saying that. I do agree with you that a lot of work is on you, but a lot of people saying that if we condition of most of the local government in Nigeria now, it seems to look like there is no progress. Like if you look at some of the roads that have been constructed by the whole government, is the same road that they are still using for the last 20 years. Some people say democracy is not really working in Africa, especially in Nigeria. Are you agree with that sentiment?
No, I don't. Well, I can talk for my state. I can talk for my state, and I'm proudly representing my state. When I say Lagos leads, all other states follow. And every politics is local. So I would talk much about Lagos State because that much I know. Now, the rainy seasons, they're here again. And obviously, some of the roads needed attention and all that. But it is very much work in progress for us in Lagos State. I want to say a big thank you to the able, amiable, and dynamic, proactive governor and leadership that we have in the state. Lagos State is like the heartbeat of the nation, okay? So many things, happens at the same time, and juggling them, it's not like what every other state has to deal with. But that is the reason why we're talking about Lagos State as being a, center of excellence. Nobody says it's perfect, but very much we're in the works. work in progress.
Thank you so much. I have a lot of people on the line. That is what I'm trying to secure. A lot of calling that would like to speak to you. I have one of the people calling from Nigeria, Dare Amusa, is already on the line with us. He would like to just ask a few questions from you. Dare Amusa, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Introduce yourself, where you are and calling from.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Darren. I'm
Okay,
I'm not
what is your
hearing
question,
him,
please?
I want you to put the significance of we are celebrating, especially in Nigeria, because we are most of us know that today we are celebrating Democracy Day, but most of us know that May 29th is already our Democracy Day. 2 years ago was changed to June 12th, and then most people don't know the significance of that June 12th we are celebrating. What really happened? Why are we celebrating June 12th as Nigerian Democracy Day?
Okay, thank you, Daria Musa. I got that question. I'm gonna throw your question to other Folahade Olabanji. I will throw your question to her. The line for Daria Musa is not seems to sound very good, but I hear the question. Though you already mentioned some part of the question, it's just want to know what is the significance of today to Nigerians.
Well, for me, I want to say a very big thank you to our national leader, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the President and Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, for making today possible. Because two things, the annulment of that June 12 elections, he went on to admit that, you know, the election was fair and all that, and even went on to do like a posthumous, you know, for MKO Abiola, recognizing him as a president we never had because he died. Okay, and that speaks volume, because if you look at all that happened to the before the elections, his declaration, the Ekpetedo declaration, and how he went to jail, how he died, his wives and all that, you know, you will know that he paid the ultimate price, because he was saying that, you know, as a republic, the people have their freedom to vote, to elect whoever they want. And it's a government of the people, by the people, for the people. And making today Democracy Day stands out like, you know, some people fought for us to have that. You know, we always had that dilly-dallying between the military and the civilian regime. So 21 years straight, civilian democratic rule is something worthy of note. And for I don't want to go into all the details as to, you know, putting blames here and there, but honestly, President Muhammadu Buhari, I dove my heart for him, for making today possible, for honoring, you know, the memories, the family and all that of Chief MKO Abiola.
Thank you very much, ma, for that reason. Dara Musa, I think that answers your question. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Malaysia. You can keep on sending your questions. You can speak to us. This is the African Portal, your one-stop media house, where everyone has a say. If you have any question to throw to our mother, Princess Folahade Olabanji Oba, she's live on the line. You can send your question across. We will send your question to her. Thank you very much. We will not be able to be taking a lot of calls because of network situation in Nigeria. We don't want to have so much call from Nigeria so that we not have a problem with the communication with her. Thank you so much, Ma. Let me just quickly bring you from this angle. Where were you during that election? When and then what is the experience? Can you tell us some of the things that you can remember regarding that day?
Wow, it's emotional roller coasting for me thinking about it. It was something that we all went to with, so much excitement. It was between the two parties, SDP and NRC. Chief MKO being the candidate for SDP, and NRC was, I think, Bashir Tofa. And, everything went well. Everything was smooth. We were all looking forward to, the declaration and all that. They had even started calling, some of the states before, I think it was Babangida, yes, when he came on the news and called off the elections and did the annulment and all that. And there's so much unrest after that. It was like another it was dark days for Nigeria, because you had the civil societies, you had the students, there was so much chaos everywhere because everybody felt that they had been robbed of their votes, that there was no reason why that annulment should have been done. But years after now, President Babangida is now saying that, he did that for security reasons, for so many other reasons, his apologies, but that the decision he took at that time, he felt was for the best of Nigeria. Well, that's history now. We are here. And way forward is whatever must have happened, the lessons learned, we must not let it go to waste. We must make sure everything works together for the good of Nigeria, okay? Some people pay the price. We must make it count. Very important.
Thank you very much. This is going to be a kind of very funny question. Do you have a kind of close relationship, or maybe are you very close to Chief MKO Abiola? Do you by any chance meet him one-on-one or having a close relationship with him?
Very, very funny though. I was, yes. My mother, was very close with the family, and I'm talking Alaja Simbi and all that. They belong to so many of the associations, United Muslim Council and all that together. So it was a very close family relationship, and he was somebody that was, very lovable. He was an enigma, okay. Now Alaja Sibi was more like a mother, At my wedding, you had the two of them there at my wedding. So it was something that when it happened like that, I also felt it very hard. I was really heartbroken. Yes.
Thank you very much. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's take it this way. Look at the situation of Nigeria now. Can you say that letting the election of then, that's they declare that election is not valid and it's not going. We are not going to go along with it. Then 1999, we come back to another drawing board whereby we have a democracy. From 1999 to now, we practice democracy in Nigeria. Can you say that the democracy is best way of government in Nigeria?
Obviously it is. There's nothing you know, it's like, and that's where you feel your citizenship, you know, that you matter, that what you want matters, okay? And, you know, obviously, there's some sense of, I'm trying to get the word, you know, when you feel you are part of the process, you will do everything to make sure you have that sense of pride. So when people get together to elect who they want as their leader, okay, there's that sense of belonging. Now, the other types of governance, you know, I don't think would have really favored us better. We've got this now. Let's work it to make sure it truly works and gives us the Nigeria of our dreams. It's no pain, no gain. We have to be ready to build, ready to get our hands dirty, ready to, you know, cover excesses. Okay, like when President Muhammadu Buhari came to power, the three things were the insecurity, the corruption level was high, and then, you know, it talked about the economy. Those are the tripods for which this government was going to stand. And if you look at it now, I would give him a pass mark. It's not done yet, but I'm sure by 2023 we will be glad that we have an APC government in power.
Thank you so much for that. There is a question that come out from that, but I don't want us to go to that. Let's quickly look at 2023. What is your expectation? Because 2023 is already upon us. What is your expectation? Who are you looking at to lead us forward from 2023 upward?
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. Right now, my concentration is working hard to make sure that Nigeria stays as a place of choice. For some of us, you know, raising our families, working and everything, and with all that is at us, we must make sure that these two pass with, you know, the best way. I'm talking the COVID-19 because that's still a challenge. Okay, it's still very much around us. So I don't want to be distracted. All I know, I want to be able to do my best, and I'm also begging each and every one of us to cooperate. It's a you know, it has to be a collaborative effort. You know, the government alone cannot do it. We must be willing to support, you know, the policies, you know, everything there. Trust and believe that it is meant for our good. And, you know, at the end of the day, 2023, we want to have a vibrant, flourishing economy, you know, where everything works. And then we can now, you know, go on to that next level when we get there.
Thank you so much. You mentioned something, getting our hands dirty. What do we need to do to get our hands dirty as a Nigeria and as a people in power? What do we need to do to get our hands dirty?
You know, for us, for a lot of us in Nigeria, nobody wants to really do so much labor for anything. Everybody wants it, you know, easy way. You don't want to be disturbed. But, you know, that's why I said no pain, no gain. You know, even if you're a cleaner somewhere, information technology, whatever, the competition right now all over the world means that some of us has to go back to the drawing table, career change, so many things to be able to sustain the economy beyond this disruption. COVID-19 is a major disruption, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world. So post-COVID-19, it's got to be a new horse, ready and equipped to rule and dominate our world, adding value So right now, I want to believe that we're learning new skills, we're learning new things, to be able to get us prepared for beyond this disruption. So that's why I said, maybe we were getting away with doing one or two things before. Right now, we might have to do 5, 6, 7 different things to be able to maximize that impact to make our world better. There's so much to be done. The pandemic set us back a little bit. It took us unaware. And like I say, I don't say we go back to normal. Normal wasn't sustainable. I pray that we rise up and do better. We must all rise up and do better. That for me is the call out.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. This will be a few questions that I'm out of your way. I know you're very busy, but it's a celebration day. It's June 12th, so we have a lot to talk about. Let's quickly look at this. African Union, they signed an agreement of free trade agreement. What is your own view regarding that? Do you think that is the best way to go for Africa? What is your view on that?
I think it is very important that we keep that agreement. There is power in numbers. There is power in numbers. And the unity of Africa, if we all cooperate, all the nations and all that, I think can only be better for us all, okay? Right now, I'm using Nigeria as an example, we used to depend so much on a lot of imports, okay? Now we're growing our food, we're eating what we grow. That's the new slogan. We're saving money on the Forex that, was so much drain on our economy. Now, when we try to source things locally or our neighbors and all that, it will also make things more sufficient or better level of productivity for us all. And then when I talk about numbers, a lot of those countries also becomes our farm, let me use that way, our target markets, to where we can do things together, marketing, manufacturing. We can learn one or two things from one, to where we are all self-sufficient in our own rights, and Africa can truly emerge as the continent to beat in the world. It's long overdue.
Thank you very. Thank you so much for your response there. Let me quickly take you back a bit to what you said earlier on regarding the what the current government already do regarding the corruptions, the economy, and you measure it that we are not. You give him pass mark for what he have done so far. With your pass mark, what criteria are you using to measure that mark? Because a lot of people are saying that, firstly, Nigeria's still behind and things is not really like progressing. That is what some people say. Then some people say that if we are talking about the COVID-19, that it makes us unaware. Some people seem not agree with it because they say COVID-19 have been in China for 3 months before it finally arrived in Africa, that African leaders have a way of closing their border for not allowing them to get to their continent. But now that is here, the economy is already being affected. Do you think that we can be able to move forward, or in the next few years before this regime ends, do you think that we'll be able to get out of the damage that the COVID-19 will do in our society?
I pray we do, but I know that the policies, the structures are being in place to where so many parts of the government is being equipped or set up to make sure that nobody is left behind. Okay, the youths, okay, there are programs, training and all that ongoing now to make sure that, a lot of schools are shut down. Getting the schools all online, it's one of the major projects that the government is working on now. The teachers, the trainers, the teachers, they have to also have that level of savviness when it comes to being computer literate, okay? Then, our numbers, a lot of homes, some of them couldn't even afford telephones, not to talk of laptops and all that, So that's another program now, to where some of the children, I'm talking of the vulnerable children, can be able to have access to data, to, they can do their homework and all that, that way they're not missing out so much. Then you've got the food programs, okay? Some were dependent on that. So even though the school system was not on, they can still get something, Then you talk about infrastructure, okay? To create that enabling grounds to make Nigeria the place of choice, ease of doing business. You see all the road networks, you see the rail network, also water now, okay? You can see Lagos, you've got the water ferry. You even have, boat taxis now in Lagos. So all those things we didn't really have so much before, but so much is being put into them that I know that at the end of the day, and especially agric, a big one really for agric, because I know how much we were spending on had already, done the cancelled all importation and all that before even COVID-19 and all. I don't know what would have done, So if we are able to at least grow our food, eat what we grow, it will ease the poverty level to some extent among us. But also education, very, very important, Now the pandemic is there, but being creative around it, to making sure that our children do not suffer. And then for mothers and fathers, I want to say a big one now. Parenting is one of the best ministries that God created. Please occupy your place. Take care of your children. Don't let them grow to be a menace in the community, in the society. I know so many things are calling for our attention in sustainability, but make sure you instill that value system, discipline and all that, to where you can really say that your child is a pride to the nation. If we all take care of that, I think it will reduce the amount of ills we have among the youths. The youths, we are saying they are leaders of tomorrow. No, they are leaders of today. When you take care of today, tomorrow takes care of itself. You've got to help them, counsel them, teach them, okay? And help them maximize their great potentials for their great purpose here on earth. So, as a mother, and it doesn't mean only your children. In Africa, we've got the extended family system. Wherever you have children around you, whatever, make sure you try to be the role model or support system that you can be for those children around you. Okay? Silence hides abuse. Okay, so a lot of our young girls and boys, the way we raise them, make sure you raise your boys to appreciate women, that they are not meant to be beaten anyhow or whatever, and also the girls. So much of this would go a long way in also helping our nation.
Thank you very much, ma. I don't want to exhaust this time so much. I still have a lot of questions, but I believe I'll be bringing you back some other time that we'll be having exclusive interviews such as this. Before I let you go, if you become you become Nigerian president, what is the first thing that you will attend to?
Nigerian president, wow.
Yes.
I think
You can never tell. No one can say. I mean, you can tomorrow. You can be the Nigerian president. I say you've been that. So, but if you are in that seat, what will you do right?
I think the first and foremost thing is being, like I said, the best of me. Women, we are natural nurturers. I would make sure that every home has that pride of place in the country. And I'm talking, we need to go back first to our social welfare, okay? When you take care of that, the welfare, the education and all that, you produce the best citizens, okay, for the nation. And then our numbers is an asset. Human capacity development. Nigeria will be a place of choice. If you look at how much drain, there's no part of the world now that you go to that you will not see Nigerians. And they are there. I mean, I lived abroad for over 25 years, okay, before coming back to Nigeria. Any part of the world that we are the best. You know, ignore all the bad vibes and all that, the little negativities and all that. Can you now imagine if those are brought back to the country to contribute their own quota to this great country? Honestly, no country would really match us. We are well endowed. We have everything to be proud of as Nigerians. We just need to make it a more enabled society to where everybody can truly function and have pride and flourish, in whatever career that they've chosen. The security, very important. So for me, security, economy, education, but the healthcare system also needs to be given a lot of, making it more robust to where, just like what's going on now, nobody can go to London or go anywhere for medical, okay? We have what we have in Nigeria, and it should be something that must be able to sustain us. People go to India now for medical. They make a lot of money. Nigeria can be sought after for so many good things if we really take care of the home front.
Thank you very much. So if you become a president, those are the things that you will firstly attend to.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. What is this that is happening now that you are not happy about?
Well, I just think that a lot of us are still in denial of the potential that we have in Nigeria. Most things around us, we don't take responsibility, okay? And ignorance, is very expensive. It kills. Even this COVID-19, people refused, to even do so many things that they are told, talking about no hunger virus. Hunger virus, yes, but you must see the bigger picture. You must believe in this country, not just your pockets or your family or whatever. We must see each other as one. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. We must see Nigeria beyond ethnic lines, religious lines, all those things. Those are the things that are, trying to tear us apart. And, some of us were raised to, after the war, I went to Federal Government Girls College Owerri, to see Nigeria as one to heal the country, to build. And when you see things the way some parts of the country, they're killing one another, communal clashes, bandit, it hurts. It really grieves my spirit. And that's why I said I'm happy that we have an APC government, because when we came in, there were so many local governments in Nigeria that the Boko Haram were flying their flags. But thank God, as of today, there is no part of the country that they had their flags up anymore. So that's why I said, I'm glad we're not yet there, but we're on our way there. But so much has been done for success to uniting the country, you know. But we all have to take collective responsibility for our community. If you see something, say something. Volunteer, add value in your community, show that sense of pride. And you know, I really, really care about this country. I love Nigeria, but it starts with our attitude. We must show it. We must act it. We must take charge now.
Thank you very much for that. Let me just quickly take you back to one of the things that you said regarding the rapists, the young girls, and the rest. As a journalist, I do some research, and I come to realize a lot of people saying that there's a lot of seductions in our society. The way ladies dress, the way they open their breasts, the way they show part of their body, is one of the things that seduce many guys into that action. But having said that, I now look at it from another angle, that is the religion really helping us in that part of the world? Are we really having a religion that is giving the people what they really need? That is what's the area that I'm looking at. Let's quickly look at that sentiment. Do you agree with that sentiment?
No, whether somebody exposes themselves or does not expose themselves, nobody has any right to rape anybody or, you know, injure anyone. When a woman says no, no is no, okay? And it's not even just the no. They even go to the extent of killing the girls, okay? There is no, I mean, nobody deserves that. And right now, we've got to do so many things. You know, we've got our baggages, and I'm talking cultural, to where there's stigmatism. A lot of all these people, they can't talk, they feel ashamed. They are not the ones to feel ashamed. It is the rapists that should be ashamed, okay? Because the things that they have done, it's not the norm, it's not right, it's not fair, okay? And most times, the victims are being taken advantage of by the people that they trust most. It normally happens in their trust zone. So it's something that I say, it's beyond just, you know, it's something sickening. It starts in the mind. And you know, we need to now do.
Don't let me let you dwell. Don't let me let you dwell that much on that. You already answered my question. Sorry, because it's so quick. I know you're very busy, and I don't want to delay you. Ma, let's look at the culture and the language in Africa, because that is one of the things that we are losing now. We are losing our own culture, and our new generation, they embrace more Western culture than the normal Yoruba or our ethnic culture that we actually inherit from our parents, from dressing, from behaviors, from how we carry ourselves, and things like that. Ma, what is your take regarding the culture, the language that is disappearing in Africa?
We are our culture. We are our history. I mean, I celebrate my rich cultural heritage every day. And the language is also part of it. The way we do things is part of it. And any community that forgets their history, they already lose their identity. So we need to go back to the drawing board and make sure that we revisit all these things and pass it on to the next generation. You know, we cannot have very important looked at, we will make signs. I dare not do certain things untold. Those are the things, you know, that we were raised. And a lot of them now, because of the new age, a lot of parents don't have time to really take care of their children the way they want, or even pass on the rich cultural heritage that we have.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
you're most welcome. If I end this program without speaking some Yorubas, my Yoruba audience, because they know the African portals to be promoting African culture and African ideology. So please permit me to quickly tell my Yoruba fans and listeners that ọmọ Yorùbá náà ṣì dé wá, èdè Yorùbá náà la ṣì ń sọ. Ẹ má bínú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí gbọ́ káàkiri orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáńláyé, akílọ́balọ́ba, akíjòyè, akí gbogbo orí adé, akíbà gbogbo orí adé pátápátá, akí ilé Ifẹ̀ òòdáyé níbi ojúmọ́ ire tí ń mọ́ wá, akíyé tẹ̀ṣọ́ tẹ̀ṣọ́, akíyé tológun tológun, akíyé ní gbogbo ìlú, ní gbogbo ẹ̀yà, ní gbogbo orílẹ̀, ní gbogbo ìléko, níbi tọ́wọ́ jẹ́ ètò yìí ń jáde. Ètò bá bẹ̀ ètò òun náà lẹ́ ń gbọ́ yìí, á gbé kalẹ̀ ìgbélárugẹ èdè àti àṣà ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ìyá wa kí tó jẹ́ kẹ́ máa lọ, a gbé ẹgbẹ́ kan kalẹ̀ tí a pè ní Yorùbá Creative Legend Award. Àwọn ló po nǹkan tí à ń ṣe yìí, àwọn ló po pọ̀, torí ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n sọ Yorùbá. Ẹ sáré bá ń sọ kí ni ẹ̀yin rí nípa ẹgbẹ́ yìí àti kí ni àfojúsùn yín ní sí ẹgbẹ́ yìí.
Mo kí gbogbo wa nílé o. Ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ṣe pàtàkì nítorí à ń gbìyànjú ká lè fira wa hàn ohun takuntakun àti bí ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, not just ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo Yorùbá lórílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé, a ní nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa fi yangà, ká máa fi ṣe. So Ọlọ́run kó ṣáà fún wa ṣe. À ń pètò a fẹ́ ṣe program yẹn ní títí before kọ́dún tó parí. Àwọn elétò wọ́n wà lórí ẹ̀ nísìn, ṣùgbọ́n òun ni pé kí gbogbo wa ká lè showcase èdè wa àti àṣà wa ní nǹkan tó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ.
Thank you very much for those of you that are listening to us. I will get back to the English that we are know that a lot of people saying that we should find a way that we find a common language medium of communication in Africa, that will connect all Africa together, that will stop speaking this British British language, that we accommodate African own soil language. Do you support that narrative?
Well, èmi support, mo support, but a máa ṣe méjèèjì ni. A lè kàn ju èdè yẹn náà nù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, but èdè tiwa àti tiwọn kọ́ máa lọ mẹ́lọmẹ́lọ létòtò ni, torí ayé ti làjú gan, and àwọn ibòmíì wà tí wọn ò gbọ́. Tó bá máa ní ká mú èdè kan jọ torí Ọlọ́run kó bá lo Yorùbá. Yorùbá dùn, ó dẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ ṣé òyìnbá wa, kẹ́ tó bá lọ ètò, ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Double Chief Akin Williams. Àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe agbátẹrù ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá Creative Legend Award láti máa fi àmì ẹ̀yẹ dáwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti ṣe takuntakun nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, láti máa fàmì ẹ̀yẹ dá wọn lọ́lá. Ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Double Chief Akin Williams àti gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá Creative Legend Award.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Double Chief Akin Williams àti gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa fún wọn ṣe o. Okun àtagbára tó fi máa ṣe tó máa gbà yìí, Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa fún wọn ṣe. Ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ ṣeun ìyá wa. Ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín lágbára Èdùmàrè. This will be the end to this conversation for today. Remember, we are celebrating June 12th. I know, ma, you have something to say. I would like you to say it before I let you go. So please let me leave the floor for you. You want to address, you want to advise, you want to give some words before you say goodbye to everyone, especially what we are celebrating today. I leave the floor for you. We have 2 minutes to round up.
On a sober reflections, I want to say I love you all. Thank you for participating, but please make today count. Be resolute that today becomes the beginning of the best days of your years, especially as a Nigerian. Be the best Nigerian that you can be out there. Be the best of you. Wherever you are being called, please make sure Nigeria can be proud of you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ma. For those of you that are listening to us, this is the African Portal Radio, your one-stop media house, the Lion Voice, where everyone have a say. The first Yoruba radio station in SADC, that is Southern Africa. Please, we are looking forward to have some sponsor. We are putting this together, African culture and African ideology. If God have put something in your hands to support what we are doing, please do so to take this to the next level. We have a lot of programs that will help this generation. Most especially, it's time for us to deal from the past pain, to focus on the reality of the day. You cannot expect a 60 years old child complain about his parents. My parents doesn't send me to school. That is why I couldn't make it in life. Enough of that. Let's focus on the reality, how we build a better Africa for our children. Let's develop an attitude that will make our children to see the the beauty of this continent, so that they can embrace our culture and our diversity. Thank you very much for those of you that join us, ma. It is my great pleasure to have you on this radio for us to have this conversation regarding the June 12th and regarding some certain things that you are doing in your own environment. Thank you very much. A lot of people are so proud of you. I have a lot of people calling in that want to speak to you, but because of the network of Nigeria, we don't want to take any call so that it will not destroy our conversation. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you for coming
Thank
out
you.
to
God
be part
bless
of this
you.
show.
Yeah.
Before I
Okay.
let you
Bye.
go, I just want you to tell everyone that is your name and the position you hold in the society again.
My name is Honorable Princess Folahade Olabanji Oba, the National Deputy Chairman, Association of Local Government Vice Chairman of Nigeria, and the Vice Chairman, Ikorodu Local Government, Lagos State. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure having you on this radio station. Do have a beautiful evening. God bless you. Real good.
And you
From
too.
us, it's goodbye from there. Enjoy the celebration of June 12th and be good. Thank you. God bless you. Real good. See you again. Bye for now. Thanks to everyone listening to us. That is our mother, dear Honorable Princess Folahade Olabanji Oba. She's the chairperson of the local government in Nigeria and the deputy the local government chairman of Ikorodu. She is the one that we are having on board on our station tonight. Our session around June 12th. Let me quickly do a wrap of what we have discussed so far. We talk about the June 12th, the importance of June 12th, what June 12th really means to us, and how we need to move away from that pain and grow our economy and build a beautiful future for our children. Secondly, we talk about the COVID-19 that is real. Don't take it slightly. It's real. Follow all the precaution. Make sure you protect yourself. When you have life, when you are alive, that is when you can walk. That is when you can eat. So stay alive. Stay alive. That is very, very important. And stay safe. Also, we discussed about the Africa Free Trade Agreement, which she said is a good idea. We also discussed about the issue of the local government, what the challenges facing the local government, which she said that the story have changed compared to what it used to be before. She also gave kudos to the current government Nigeria for the great job that they have been doing and they will continue doing. In going forward beyond 2023, she says she cannot really say who will lead us to the next to the future, but she believes that good things will come our way. Thank you so much. That is the few wrap up of what we have discussed so far. Thank you so much for those of you that are listening to us. I remain yours, Joshua Oludare Oluso, owner and the director of the African Portal Radio. God bless you, very good. From here is goodbye to everyone. Thank you so much, man. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. I like your beautiful face. It was so nice having you on our radio station. God bless you, very good, and enjoy your day. It's goodbye. Bye for now to everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you, and God bless you. Enjoy the music we'll be bringing to your way from the African Portal to the top of the hour that will come back to continue what we are doing. Remember, and God bless you.